All right, we're on. So today is a wee little bit, and I'm trying to figure out, this must be a Pittsburgh thing, but I say wee little bit. So if you're out there and you actually would use that expression, let me know. Otherwise, it must be something local. I don't know. It's not a little bit, it's a wee little bit. Makes sense to me. So today's a wee little bit on some different subjects. I just have bullet points, so I'm kind of rambling on these subjects today. I'm just going to go quickly along. So first of all, if you need some horse dewormer, we're going to sell it on Tom Henry Racing website, so you can find it there for pricing and everything. Wanted to mention, went to a commercial building and was looking in the parking lot, and the emergency exit fire escape was like decking, womanized wood that came down. And when you came down to the bottom of the stairs, there's about a 40-degree hillside that you come out on, which is covered with river rock laying on landscape cloth. So, you know, it would be a great movie to just fire some people out of that exit and just watch them come out and then hit the river rock going down a severe slope. You have to wonder who is in charge of that building and what they see, because and in fact, he landed in a bunch of juniper bushes at the bottom. I guess that was the safety net. So crazy. Details, people don't watch them. So a quick note, wee little bit on our equipment in Afghanistan. I just thought I would throw this out there, but thinking about it, we left the equipment. It was either intentional or it was unintentional. So you say, okay, if it was intentional, somebody got paid. They had to have been paid off to leave the equipment. That's the only possible reason that it would be intentional. If it's unintentional, I think there's two possibilities. Either the regime and military are inept, or they are stupid, because how could you do that? Supposedly destroying, but not all destroyed, so that's probably inept. So just my 2 cents on that. Really kind of embarrassing and disheartening to think that that's the way we are. I'm going to jump out to what's happening, I think, right now in housing markets, cars, auctions, those kind of things. But I really think what's driving some of this is people want what they can't have. So you know there's a shortage of housing, so, oh my gosh, I got to really get on this, and it starts driving. And then you get outbid on houses, and then you really want to get a house because it's taken away from your nose. The same thing's happening with cars. They're buying cars. Prices are crazy on used cars, and people are going nuts. Settle down, you know. Auctions, all kind of auctions, collector car prices, you name it. Pricing is way up, and if you can't have it, you tend to want it more. And especially, I think people that get outbid then become even more aggressive. So I think that's what's happening in the market today. So yeah, just like when toilet paper started to get scarce, everybody went nuts and had to get the toilet paper. So everybody wants what they can't have, and if somebody else wants it, then you want it too. Jumping next, bullet point, stay positive. You know, I was at a group dinner. Sometimes these things turn to politics, and I'm not, some of you are going to think I'm referring directly to one, but I'm not. It just made me think. These political conversations, you need to think about it and be gentle on expressing viewpoint, and you know, stay positive and try to work together and not get into this craziness that people are escalating to. These inflammatory posts, you should be thinking about what you post, and and whether you share anything that's extremely inflammatory. I know we all got our ideas and ideals, but it's got to be a little better way of doing that without being so crazy about it. So think about it. I know I had to unfollow, which I've spoken before, people on Facebook where it was just vitriolic, and you say, I'm done with this. I don't need this. And that goes back to putting negative things in your head, which I've talked about before. Let's see. So I have to touch, though, the main point on the vaccine issues that are going on right now. So the feds say you have to get vaccinated. If any business that has over 100 employees has to have their employees vaccinated to work there. Number one, I think that's onerous because of the issues with the vaccine being rushed and everything. I'm not arguing that a vaccine is good. I'm arguing that should it be mandated and these things of personal freedom. So the feds say it's required. They also then went along to say any contractor that takes money from the feds, which goes back to Grove City College, I think, and money. They never took anything from the feds, and they still had to fight it out. If your workplace accepts Medicare, then that's federal money. You can't. You have to be vaccinated. They're going to fine the employers and possibly the employees. Sometimes it's gray on what that is. And they're running this through OSHA, which is really interesting, Occupational Safety and Hazards Act. And when you think back, I've dealt with OSHA way back. It was formed in '71, and it was mainly for, the intent was equipment in the workplace, the facilities, construction type things, safety, radiation makes sense on the workplace, noise in the workplace, maybe you should have ear muffs, hazardous materials, what are you handling and is it safe? All makes sense, but now you've got this overreach, which happens in all these agencies, and you start seeing more and more pieces added on to their domain. And they're going to pursue this. I think the government looked at the different agencies, the regime, and said, where can we put this vaccine mandate? Where can we squeeze it in? And it goes into OSHA. And of course, these government agencies just overlap. So I'm sure there's other places that are going to have a say in certain things. And pretty soon, it's you don't know who you're dealing with as an employer. And I think there is some legal contest here going on, or can go on. Also, they said large entertainment venues require proof of vaccine. So now you have to show your vaccine card, which is also causing faked vaccine cards. So here you go, something else to deal with. But one thing I really couldn't find, which I would love to see, and I searched around on this, maybe you'll see something, but if you're on unemployment, you accept federal money. If you accept federal money, you would have to be vaccinated, right? I mean, that's what they're saying, the contractors, Medicare. So where is it? If you're unemployed, do you have to be vaccinated because you get federal funds? Don't know. So, seems interesting to me. Anyhow, I think it's crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I think some large companies are possibly going to legally challenge it, or states. So, we'll see what happens there. So that's about it. That's a wee little bit on a whole bunch of little things that I like to do as usual. So lastly, little quote, and it's also wee little. Every day brings new choices. You know, we make these choices. We need to stay positive and understand that the choices you make are where you're going to go. Those things are going to come back and influence your life and others' lives, and or haunt you if you make the wrong choices. And some people just don't get that. they made the choice, but then they don't want to live with the consequence. So every day brings new choices. Make good choices. Stay positive. Let's get something done to the positive side. Thanks for watching.